Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to do a primary prediction between Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders. So disregard the names up here. Let's use the red for Kamala Harris and the blue for Bernie Sanders. So starting off with, I think Bernie Sanders would win a lot of these Northeast states just because he's from Vermont. New York, I'm actually going to leave as a toss up, but I think he'd carry Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and DC. I'm going to leave blank. And then I think Kamala Harris would carry a bunch of the southern states with more of an African American population. So Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia. I think those would be states that would go for Kamala Harris. And I know the delegates are different numbers than this, but it's roughly the same in terms of scale. Um, Up the West Coast, this would go for Kamala Harris. She's from uh, California, so I think she'd also carry Nevada, and she'd appeal to the minority vote. So Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, she'd carry those states. Where Bernie Sanders is going to carry a lot of these northern, more conservative states. So Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Wyoming, even Utah. I think he'd carry. Minnesota he'd carry, and same with Iowa. I think he'd carry a lot of these conservative states down here. Missouri, I'm gonna leave a toss up. Illinois, I think, would be won by Kamala Harris. I think she'd carry Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan just because I think she really would have that appeal to people in Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan that she could because she'll have okay, let me rephrase that. She'll have the minority appeal, so she'll carry those where Bernie Sanders will appeal to people in states like Ohio where he needs the white working class. Um I keep telling myself I think Bernie Sanders would win the nomination between Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders, but I cannot see that. Even like Hawaii, I'm gonna give to Kamala Harris. Alaska, I'll give to Bernie Sanders. Actually, Washington and Oregon are hard because they went for him in 2016. So no, but Kamala Harris is from California, so I think she'd win the West Coast. Um, hmm. Yeah, for now I'm gonna give that to Kamala Harris. Let's go to Kentucky, a bit more of a conservative state. I think Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana are all going to go for Bernie Sanders because they've got more of a white working class, which is where Pennsylvania's going. Oh, New York. Like, I want to give it to Bernie Sanders, but it's so filled with minority that I think I should. Actually, let me go through other states because we can fill that one in later. Worst comes to worst. So, DC, it has a very much of a minority population, so I think she'd carry the District of Columbia, and the same with Florida. So it doesn't really matter now in terms of New York because that already puts her over the top, giving her the nomination. I think Bernie Sanders would win Missouri. Missouri is a wider state, and same with North Carolina. Hmm. Maryland, it depends on where you're at. Because if you're in the southern part of the state, then yes, Maryland will be won by Kamala Harris. But in the northern part, I think Bernie Sanders would do really well. So let's go to Virginia. I'm sorry, I have no idea what my family is listening to in terms of music. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they're listening to CeeLo Green, and I don't know if they realize what song they're listening to. So, Virginia, now they're laughing. Okay. Um, Virginia, I think, would go for Kamala Harris because of the northern part of the state. The southern part, I think, is a bit wider and it would be better with Bernie Sanders. But the northern part around DC would go for um, Kamala Harris. Maryland, the southern part, again, I think it's going to be enough since, we're talking Baltimore over near DC to give it to Kamala Harris. And that leaves New York. Oh, I think New York City is too much. Bernie Sanders, I don't think. But you do so well with the younger voters. Oh, I have to leave New York blue for Bernie Sanders. So, again, um, let me make it clear I understand that this isn't like the actual delegate vote, but it's close. Bernie Sanders is represented in blue, Kamala Harris in red. Thank you for watching. Bye.